Well, I know this is going to be an extremely busy week because it already is, and I'm not going to have a lot of time to make anything real elaborate. It's going to have to be fairly quick and easy. So if I can get something done for this Friday, that'll be great. I've chose this piece of wood. Now, I'm pretty sure this is called Lindy wood or something similar to that. And it's got beautiful bark on it. But as I recall, it was viewer Gil sent this, and it was much bigger, but I've cut a lot of it off to make segment stock out of it because I like the color of that. Today, like I said, I wanted something quick and easy, but a nice little gift. So that's my plans. I'm going to leave the bark on it, so I'm going to get a flat spot and a hole for a worm screw. It may end up round. I'm thinking it should be round for what I'm making. I'll be right back. We'll get it mounted up on the lathe. Alright, I kind of cut the corners off. It's much smaller, but I need something smaller. And I have something in mind that I'm going to be making. Again, we're hoping it's quick and easy. And it will be a gift. Alright, I don't know anything about how this bark reacts. It's not real hard, but it's always good to cut from this side to make sure you don't peel it off. It's really looking like it's on there good, except for that spot where it's pulled up just a little bit. Start with a 5/8 bowl gouge. I think we're doing about 750 RPM. I'm going to use tailstock support because I am spinning it faster, but it hardly needs it. Yeah, I lied, it's 933 RPM. 5/8 bowl gouge. Well, that's fun spinning it this fast. And look at that. That's on there pretty good. It does lift up a little bit. Have to be cautious with that. It's a very pretty looking wood. I didn't want to go through that bark. Alright, we can blend that in easy enough. Okay, now that's about pretty close to the size I'm wanting this to be. It's going to be like maybe to put jewelry or whatever in there. Coins. I think I can pull the tailstock back now though. I think before I do that I'll mark for either a recess or a tenon. I'm going to use my little recessed dovetail cutter. So that doesn't look too bad. A little more curve to it though. I think that's it right there. I'd say we can go ahead and sand this, although it doesn't need any sanding. So why would I sand it? Maybe I'll sand it with 220, just blend the bark in. Alright, I'm going to sand it. I said 220 I think, but I have 240 sandpaper. I don't know why I always call it 220. So I'm going to sand it with that, and then I'll do a 320 and a 400, and I'll come back and put a finish on it. And I'll do it in reverse at around 400 RPM. Alright, that didn't take much. So I've been hearing this now and then, but well, you can't spin your lathe in reverse, the chuck will come off. Well, my chucks have set screws in them and they lock onto the back side of the threads of your spindle, so it's not going to come off. Alright, I'll be back and we'll put some sealer at least on here. So I have this ready to put some sealer on it, sanded to 400. I want to show you what you can do with the fine Scotch-Brite, and hoping this will show up, but we'll get it spinning pretty fast, and we'll just kind of polish it up like that. Now it's even smoother, and it almost looks like it has a finish on it. So I like to do that when I can. So I'm going to get a glove on. We're going to put some sanding sealer on it, shellac based. I might just put the sanding sealer on it, flip it around and turn it, and get the finish on all at the same time. Looks like there'll be plenty of room to do that. So nice colors. Should be a nice contrast with the bark. I do have a crack right here. I want to get the finish on it before I try to put anything in there. And it looks like I may need to do that to get it to stay on. So we're all the way around, so this should be pretty quick. Alright, I'll see you when we have it flipped around. So I've got it flipped around. I noticed that I think some of this bark was gone, but it was just kind of dusty and dirty. But the corners I cut off, they have bark on there. So we're going to do some more transplanting of bark, but I'm going to wait until I get it turned close to where I want it to be. So I'm going to go back to my 1/2-inch bowl gouge, and I'm not sure how fast we're turning, so let's find out. Well, I'm still turning in reverse from sanding. That's 1100 RPM. I think we can do that. Grab my face shield and I'll be right back. I think I'll put a little light on that. Okay, I'm looking at about 3/4, I'll say -1/8. So 5/8, take another 3/8 off. But I need to even up that wall first. That's around 3/8. Yeah, all the way down it is. So I don't think I need to take much more off that wall. And okay. Like I said, that comes off fast. Well, I know it's a lot heavier right there, so by the time I get that off, it'll just about be there. I'd say another pass here and across, and that should do it. I'm going to use my smaller scraper and I'm just going to clean up that little center section. Well, I'd say it's time to sand, but I need to make some bark and put it on here, and we'll clean that up and then we'll sand. So I'll be back after that's done. Okay, I'm going to go over the bark with the Sandiflex here, and then we'll get the inside sanded and get some sealer on it. I'll let you see if you can guess where I patched the bark. There was a big spot missing. 2 big spots. Alright, that'll take care of that. And I'm going to start this with 120 grit. I have the lathe running forward this time. So that's going to be pretty easy. I'll be back and get some sealer on there. Okay, I've got it all set to get some sealer on it, and I'll let you see that, and I'll get another coat of that and we'll get the shellac on it, but I won't show you the shellac because it'll look exactly like doing this. So I'm going to grab a little brush here and I'll get it on the bark like this. Using a small one because I know I got to poke it down in here. Alright, I'm pretty happy with how this little quick gift turned out. Okay, I'll see you a bit later and show you what we have. Well, here it is. It's all done. It was quick and easy, but like I said, this is going to be a really busy week for us, so I needed to do something quick and easy. But even though it's small and quick, it can still be a very attractive bowl. And I looked it up. This is called linden wood. It's a soft wood, but it turns like butter and it really takes a nice finish. I had missing bark on the blank and I thought, well, do I want to turn this or not, or shall I try to patch it? Well, I'm glad I did because you cannot even see where it's patched. But coarse bark is much easier to fill in than a really smooth bark. Love the color of the bark. I like how it blends. You can see the different colors there. And it actually has some chatoyance on that side grain. I hope you can see that. It finished 5 5/8 wide. It's 5 3/16 this way. And it stands 2 3/8 inches tall. That base is about 3/16 here where the recess is at. But I left the walls about 7/16 because I wanted to show off this bark. Because to me, that's kind of the highlight of this piece. I just think it's fantastic looking. I used 2 coats of Zinsser Seal Coat and 2 coats of Zinsser Shellac to get this finish. And then I buffed it out with the white Scotch-Brite, and I really like how it turned out. It really shows off that chatoyance. I wish you could hold it and do it yourself because it's kind of hard to see sometimes. So this was quick, fun, and an easy turning, and I sure hope you enjoyed the video. I really appreciate everyone that has made it this far to see the images, and I sure hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like that video, it's really easy to let me know. Just hit that thumbs up button, and even better, leave a comment. Tell me what you like, and if there's something you didn't like, you can tell me that as well. If you're new to the channel and you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. It is really easy to do. Just click that button that says subscribe and you'll get notified for all of my videos. For the rest of you who are subscribed, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. So, till the next time, see you later.